Welcome to the Saul's Newsstand News Review for April 17, 2020. An op-ed in the Washington Times by 60-plus Chairman Jim Martin states, Neodron wants to deny seniors access to high-tech health care. On March 17th, the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services announced greatly broadened access to telemedicine as a means of lowering the risk of contracting coronavirus while continuing to provide quality health care. This is especially valuable to older Americans who find themselves in the highest risk demographic for coronavirus based on their age. Smartphone apps can improve outcomes and increase access to health care for everyone, and that is especially true for those who live in rural areas. Rural counties typically have a higher percentage of older residents and often lack the access to health resources and medical facilities found in urban and suburban communities. Telehealth services can also help fill that gap. Almost one-third of seniors recently surveyed said they had used a smartphone to manage or receive medical care in the last 3 months, and over half of them said they wanted technology to play a role in their medical care. But the advantages telehealth holds for seniors are being jeopardized by the profit-motivated legal actions of a company called Neodron. Based in Ireland, the company has filed actions against several tech companies that would literally ban more than 90% of smartphones and millions of tablets and laptops from the United States. Neodron has asked the U.S. International Trade Commission, or ITC, to issue an exclusion order that would bar tech giants, including Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Dell, and Samsung, all major innovators in the field of telemedicine or mobile health, from offering a huge range of mobile devices in the United States market based on a claim of patent violation involving a handful of patents out of the hundreds of thousands of patents in every smart device. Neodron knows that the only remedy at the ITC is a total production ban, maximizing its opportunity to put the squeeze play on these companies. We would strongly encourage you to read the full article by clicking on the link in the description below. An article from The Hill reports, health insurers warn of higher premiums without coronavirus funding. Health insurance companies and employers are lobbying Congress for financial help, warning that COVID-19 treatment and testing may lead to large premium increases next year. Companies are asking Congress to fund a program in future coronavirus bills that would help insurers and other employers with the high cost of claims associated with the pandemic. The pandemic has injected uncertainty into the healthcare system as insurers begin thinking about what they will set premiums at for next year. It is not known how long the outbreak will last or how many people will need to be tested or hospitalized. One analysis estimates insurers and employers could face $34 billion to $251 billion in costs related to COVID-19 testing, treatment, and care. Most consumers in the individual market will be shielded from any premium increases because they receive subsidies from the federal government. But the coronavirus could lead to overall increased healthcare costs in the United States, which hit $3.6 trillion in 2018. And finally, another article from The Hill states, Supreme Court to hear oral arguments by telephone. The Supreme Court announced on Monday that it will hear oral arguments by telephone conference next month, including a landmark case involving President Trump's financial records. The court will hear 10 cases over 6 days in May, with the justices and lawyers participating over teleconference to abide by social distancing policies. News media will have access to a live audio feed of the arguments. The justices' use of teleconferences for oral arguments represents a dramatic step for a court that has traditionally been wary of adopting new technologies and comes after the court postponed arguments in March and April amid the coronavirus pandemic. And that concludes your Saul's Newsstand News Review for April 17, 2020. For more political news faster, visit saulsnews.com.